Five Nights 3, the original end to the series until we started complaining about the jump scare. As the intended final chapter, most of the lore was quite obvious, or was uncovered by the community, so there isn't really much else to find within the horrible halls of Fazbear Fright. But what is the full story of one of the favorite games of the series? This is what we're exploring today. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm Connor Monroe and this is the secret full story of Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Fazbear Fright opens in the year 2023, 30 years after the last Fazbear joint closes. It closed thanks to a series of tragic incidents where multiple kids were lured away and killed by a man in a golden body costume in 1985. The killings happened most likely in the safe room of the original building, and the intense agony suffered by Susie, Gabriel, Fritz, Jeremy, and Cassidy allows them to possess the animatronics of Chica, Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie, and Golden Freddy respectively. After the purple guy figures out the animatronics are possessed, in an attempt to save himself he disassembles the animatronics, hiding in the secret safe room to protect himself since the animatronics don't know what's there. However, by doing this he unknowingly releases the spirits of the missing children, and in their spectral or ghostly forms, they go after him. This catches William off guard, obviously, and causes him to panic. In an effort to make himself more confident or scare the children, he rushes into his signature spring Bonnie suit. However, the spring locks are susceptible to water, and the room has leaks in the ceiling. So instead of helping him, this, coupled with his hesitation, has the spring lock mechanisms that hold back the robotic parts of the suit fail and snap shut. This causes William to collapse and start jittering and convulsing in pain as a ton of metal parts pierce through his body, but it doesn't kill him, thanks to the spirit of another victim possessing him, keeping William alive so that he has to suffer through this horrible fate, which we learn in The Man in Room 1280. A story from Fazbear Fright, ironically. Fast forward to 30 years later, in 2023, where the secret rooms have been unblocked and forgotten with time, until someone, presumably a third-party group, buys the building and finds the room with the still living William Afton in a Bonnie suit inside. Unknowing of the danger, the group decides to release the cool animatronic and changes the original Freddy's into a horror-themed joint with Springtrap as the main attraction. Little did they know, this was a horrible idea. This then leads to the events of the game, where they hire you as the new night guard. And as the night guard, presumably Michael Afton, now that he would have definitely be of age, you survive 6 nights and watch the place burn at the end of the week. However, thanks to some form of black magic or the like, you find clues and play mini-games to eventually release the souls of the original 5 animatronics, thus letting Gabriel, Susie, Fritz, and Jeremy move on. But not Cassidy. She has more important things to attend to, leaving 4 less souls for you to set free on your journey. The fire, most likely started by Henry, supposedly burned Springtrap alive, killing him and burning any remnant that would have been made thanks to the agony of, burning alive. But we all know this isn't the case, thanks to the final scene from Sister Location. This also eggs me to bring up a point. What are the mini-games? Because we know that they can't exactly be real, but we need them in order to press the tiles on the wall to access the other secret mini-games. And how do we see these clues if these are meant to be flashbacks to 1985 to 1987? I don't know. Let me know your theories down below. I feel like I should try to come up with a theory on that actually, because that's a really good question. How do we see these mini-games? How are we able to interact with them enough to cause good endings, or is it all just symbolic? But how would it have gone if this was the end of Five Nights? What if the Springtrap jump scare satisfied the community and there was no 4th, 5th, or even 8th game? Well, then it would be a different story. If FNAF 3 was the end, we would probably be playing as Henry instead of Michael, given that Henry had a personal stake in this since his daughter was also a victim. And this was probably intended since we can see the puppet appear on the cameras on rare occasions. Since we know from the FNAF 2 minigames that the one killed outside of the Freddy's restaurant turned into the puppet thanks to the jump scare at the end. And MatPat saying that and then Scott basically confirming it. Was the Silver Eyes out at this point? If the Silver Eyes was out at this point, then we would have probably guessed that it would have been Charlotte. But the souls of Gabriel, Jeremy, Fritz, Susie, and Cassidy would have been released, and because there's no need to hold a grudge if it's the end of the story. and William would have burned to death in the Fazbear Fright's fire, no doubt started by Henry at the end of the game. The puppet would have also been caught in the fire, hence why it was there to begin with, to make sure that we didn't have any loose ends. And the story would have concluded in a nice, neat little bow. No illusion discs that emit high-frequency noises to alter what you see, no nightmare animatronics, no Fun Times or Circus Baby and Ballora, no Pizzeria Simulator, no VR game, no Glitch Trap, no Fazbear Frights books, and no soft reboot of the series in the VR game. And honestly, we wouldn't be making videos about it because it would have run its course and we would understand the story. While these videos are taxing, since most of the time we have to do our research thoroughly, and while I do pull a lot out of my brain, because my brain is only FNAF at this point, we still make mistakes. But the games wouldn't need all this speculation and explaining since it would be cut and dry. So in a way, I have William to thank for my job, and the continued success of this channel and these videos, so I guess it's a good thing Springtrap isn't that scary. I also want to give a full heartfelt thank you to everyone who's subscribed. I haven't mentioned it in videos yet, but hitting 500,000 subscribers is an incredible achievement and I'm so proud of everyone who's worked on the channel and I'm honored to be a part of this team. While things aren't always perfect and personal issues sometimes get in the way, this has been my dream since I was 11. I've said that before. But never did I actually think I would get a channel or be a part of a channel that has 500,000 subscribers. This isn't my channel, I have a separate one, but this channel is still like my baby and I treasure it, and I get to do whatever with it. So thank you so much for subscribing, and if you haven't yet, feel free to do that. We're planning on releasing some more non-FNAF videos as well, so there will be something for everyone. And I want to get back to doing some gameplays. Maybe I can finally play Blade and Sorcery. Or I can go back to Purple Guy Simulator, because we all know I love that way too much. There we have it, friends, the secret full story of Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Thank you all so much for watching and subscribing. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video. Fazbear Frights opens in the year 2023, 30 years after the last Fazbear joint closes. It closed thanks to a series of tragic incidents where multiple kids were lured away and killed by a man in a golden Bonnie costume. Oh. So, okay, a small down. Of course. Okay, we'll go from it closed. Oh, excuse me.